Hi betting experts, on Saturday March the 4th we've got 8 terrific jumps races on ITV on Saturday, really competitive action from Kelso, Doncaster and Newbury. The ground, well, it's good at best at all 3 tracks. They have been watering where they can to try and take any jar out the ground. We start off with our betting expert Daily Nap in the 225 at Kelso. Bet365 Premier Novice Hurdle, a Grade 2 Class 1 for 4-year-olds and upwards, over 2 mile 2, and I think that trip will definitely suit Kerry Lee's Nemean line. Now, Kerry Lee would not be the most regular visitor up to Scotland, to Kelso, but she's got her team in terrific form at the moment, and this progressive novice is fancied to win this valuable Grade 2 prize. I've liked him so far, 3 runs so far over hurdles. He ran really well when third in the Grade 1 Tolworth Hurdle at Sandown last time out, closing up quite smoothly until clipping 2 out and then fading in the final 100 yards on quite testing ground behind Tarmura. So I think that form is pretty good. I think Kelso on decent ground will be absolutely ideal. There's loads more to come. It's got a scope to make a cracking chaser in a year or two's time. Our betting expert value angle selection runs in the 150 at Kelso. This is the Bet365 Moor Battle Hurdle, a handicap over 2 miles, Class 2 for 4-year-olds and upwards, and Cormier makes most appeal here. Now, Brian Ellison is one of those trainers, a bit like Dr. Richard Newland, who's had a sort of disastrous winter, really. They've not really taken part. He's not had that many runners, and plenty have been disappointing. As a result, a lot of them are now well handicapped. He's had a winner in the week to encourage in the same colours as this, and Cormier, who unseated last time, previously shaped quite nicely at a time and everything in the yard was struggling. So I think he's handicapped to go really close. Optimum conditions here. Sean Quinlan, a really good booking and a decent, strongly run handicap on this spring ground. Should bring his stamina into play on the long Kelso running. The remaining 6 races on ITV, we'll go through them in time order, starting in the 115 at Kelso, a novice limited handicap chase, and I think Castle Russian here should go really well. And Nicky Richardson, another one who's been pretty quiet since the big freeze, but there have been encouraging signs of late. This one needs to put in a clean round of jumping. He's got rid of his jockey twice already this winter, but his in-between run was really good, and I think a repeat of that will be enough to go close here. Over to Doncaster for the 130, a handicap chase over an extended 2 miles, will pay the pipers. A really tough, durable and likeable performer for Anne Hamilton. He's won 3 of his 13 starts so far over fences. He returned to his very best form under a really good patient ride from McMenamin at Musselburgh last time out, and I think this ground's absolutely ideal for him. Over to Newbury for 210, the seniors handicap hurdle for 8-year-olds and upwards, over 2 mile 4, and an old rogue here, JBY, who I fell for last time, but I thought he shaped quite nicely in truth, just fading from the last. Over 3 miles, he's dropping back slightly in trip here, and they should go a strong gallop. Hopefully Tom Cannon can get him in front at the right time. He definitely is tricky, he needs producing late. He's got the pieces on today, maybe that'll help. Over to Newbury again for the 245, the Greatwood Gold Cup handicap chase, a premier handicap for 5-year-olds and upwards, 2 mile 4. Well, Paint the Dream is a different horse at Newbury. He's a brilliant jumper who races with zest. He's best dominating. He's very well ridden by Connor Brace. I thought he ran okay last time behind Pic Dorhey, who's franked the form since by running well in defeat, and this looks a bit easier. He has got top weight in a premier handicap, but he definitely wants to go left-handed. I suspect if he's given his head, he'll have plenty of these in loads of trouble from an early stage. A very strong traveller on good ground. Back to Kelso for the 3 o'clock, a handicap hurdle over 2 mile 5. Well, as mentioned earlier, Dr. Richard Newland has struggled all winter, but all of his horses are now showing a real sign of revival, and this ex-Irish performer is completely unexposed for these astute connections after just 2 runs. He really caught my eye in the River Don at Doncaster last time out, travelling well but rather hanging for pressure, and I think a true run handicap will be much more suitable, and a drop back to 2 mile 5 is a plus. The Grimthorpe, the 315 at Doncaster, the last race, a handicap chase over 3 mile 2. Well, Cooper's Cross is a really tough and progressive northern chase, a 3 from 9 over fences for Stuart Coltard. His form of his win last time out here over 3 miles has been well franked by Captain Ord. 2 furlongs further I think will suit him. He should take plenty of beating. Best of luck with all 8 ITV races on Saturday, betting experts.